Good morning, students. Today we'll be doing the third act of The Merchant of Venice. As you know, that in the first and second act, the story was story of the caskets and Jessica's elopement and Shylock giving money on interest to Antonio took place. Now in the third act, we find that Shylock is very angry and very bitter because he has lost his daughter, gold and ducats. He is more angry because he has lost his gold and ducats, his currency, his money, and he wants to take revenge from her. The loss of jewels and the money is more important to him than his daughter. He tries to search for her and asks his friend Tubal to search for Jessica, who has run away with her lover. Antonio has lost all the ships in the sea, and Shylock is very happy to hear this news because he knows that now he will be able to have his pound of flesh from Antonio. Antonio has suffered losses in his business. He has become bankrupt because he had spent all his money and his ships have got lost. Shylock wants to teach him a lesson, and according to the bond, he wants to take his revenge. The bond is forfeited and Antonio is arrested because he is unable to pay back the money on the given date. He knows that Shylock is going to demand a pound of flesh, and even the courts won't be able to deny it. So he gets ready to be killed at the hands of Shylock. So, on the other hand, in Belmont, where Bassanio has gone to woo Portia, he chooses the right casket. He chooses the casket made of lead, and on that it was written that he who chooses the lead casket, he finds the portrait of Portia in that, and he wins Portia and all her wealth, and this way they both get married. Bassanio's friend Gratiano, he also wins Portia's waiting maid Nerissa, and he also gets married to Nerissa in the same church where Portia and Bassanio get married. There also we find that Jessica and Lorenzo. Jessica is Shylock's daughter. She also reaches Belmont, and they too get married in the same church. Another messenger arrives with unhappy news of Antonio's misfortune and arrest because of the non-payment of the money. Bassanio is very worried because his friend has been arrested. Portia asks her husband why he is so sad, and Bassanio tells her that Antonio has been arrested, and he is the man who helped me to come here to meet you and win you in your hand in marriage. Bassanio wishes to go back and tells her that I want to go back to Venice so that I can give Antonio the money that he has to pay back to Shylock. Portia makes a plan. She leaves her house in charge of Lorenzo and Jessica and sets out with Nerissa after Bassanio goes away. Bassanio, she gives Bassanio 3 times the money that he had borrowed from Shylock so that he can give it back to Shylock and free Antonio. Portia goes to Venice in the disguise of a lawyer, and her maid Nerissa in the disguise of a clerk. She is, she's very interested and determined to save the life of her husband's best friend. Now, in the 4th act, the trial of Antony is going on. He is standing there as a prisoner before the Duke of Venice. Shylock is sitting in the courtroom. He is demanding the pound of Antonio's flesh. He says that I will not have anything but the pound of flesh. Bassanio appeals to him and the Duke and tells him that I can pay you 3 times the money that we borrowed, and you should have mercy on my friend. But he does not want to listen. Now Portia enters here dressed as a doctor of law with a letter of introduction from a judge, and she makes a powerful plea of mercy to the cruel Jew Shylock. When all appeals fail, Portia says, okay, you can have the pound of flesh that you want from Antonio's body. Shylock is very happy. He sharpens the knife, and he has a scale to weigh the pound of flesh before him. Just when he is about to take the pound of flesh from his body, from Antonio's body, Portia stops him. That in the bond it is written that only you will be given only a pound of flesh and nothing else. You cannot have even a drop of blood from his body. If he sheds the blood, the law will punish him with death, and all his property will be confiscated. Now the tables are turned, and the Jew Shylock stops a little bit, starts thinking, because today his plan has bounced back on him. He says, because the Duke also tells him that according to the law of the land, half of his wealth and property will go to the state, and the other half will go to Antonio. Shylock does not know how to counter this, does not know what to do, and he stops he stops the knife from cutting the flesh from Antonio's body. The Duke tells him that he has lost the case and he has to sign a deed now, giving all his wealth and property to Antonio. Antonio refuses to take his property, and he says that Shylock can give this property to Lorenzo and Jessica after his death. Shylock agrees, and he goes away from the court and becomes a hunted man. Now the advocate or the vakil, in the guise, the Portia in the guise of a advocate, now she comes to Antonio and Bassanio, and asks Bassanio to give him money for the trial. For the trial. Now, when Bassanio tries to give Portia the money, she refuses. She says, "No, I will not take any money." When Bassanio presses her further and tells her that it will be a token of love and remembrance, she says, "No, I will take only your ring. The ring that has been given is on your finger. I will take that ring." Bassanio says, "No, I cannot part with this ring, as it has been given to me by my wife." Pressed by Antonio, Antonio says, "Okay, nothing doing. Give her the ring. Give him the ring. If he wants, we will get another ring for you." Portia is given the ring by Bassanio, and here the fourth act ends. We'll do the next fifth act in the next class. Okay.